Hello and welcome to The Eagle, a program brought to you by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC for you to understand the workings of the EFCC, enlighten you on how to stay away from financial crimes, fight it and give you an opportunity to own the anti-corruption fight. We're in the year 2023 and this is the first regular broadcast of The Eagle. Be foot soldiers and whistleblowers of the EFCC to help make our country greater than it is. I am your host, Aisha Mohammed.
My name is Abdurrashid Bawa, the Executive Chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. I want to use this medium to urge all Nigerians to eschew all manner of electoral fraud, either through vote buying, vote selling, or fraudulent manipulations of electoral processes. I'm fully persuaded that we can run our electioneering processes devoid of any form of criminality. Let us all be committed to a free, fair, and credible dealings in the exercise of our democratic rights. Thank you.
A money mule, sometimes called a smurfer, is a person who assists criminals to transfer illegally acquired money in person through a courier service or electronically. Typically, the mule is paid for services with a small part of the money transferred. Money mules are often dupes recruited online for what they think is legitimate employment, not aware that the money they are transferring is the product of crime. The money is transferred from the mule's account to the scam operator who may be in another country. Similar techniques are used to transfer illegal merchandise. Today on The Eagle, we shall be looking at cash mule, gains or pains. But before that, let's take reports of activities that took place within and outside the EFCC. Stay tuned. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC and the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation are to intensify cooperation in the fight against economic and financial crimes, including corruption. This commitment was among the highlights of discussion during a courtesy visit to the headquarters of the Commission by the Acting Auditor General of the Federation, Andy Onwudili. Here are details of his visit.
Onwudili, who was accompanied by directors of the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation, said his visit was meant to strengthen the existing collaboration between the EFCC and the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation, noting that the mandates of both organizations were similar and critical. He commended the efforts of the EFCC in fighting economic and financial crimes, noting that the Commission's record of 3,785 convictions in 2022, as against the 2,220 recorded in 2021, was encouraging. Onwudili restated the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation's commitment to accountability and transparency in line with its constitutional mandate, but admitted that its performance was hampered by challenges of budget, among others. He, however, commended the intervention of some donor agencies, especially the Center for Democracy and Development (CDD), which he said supported the completion of the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation's Forensic Laboratory in 2022 and the training of 40 auditors on the use of the software. In his remarks, EFCC Chairman Abdurrashid Bawa acknowledged the shared mandate of both agencies in promoting public accountability and transparency, and assured the Acting Auditor General of the Federation that the Commission will do its best to assist him to succeed in the discharge of the constitutional responsibilities of his office. The EFCC boss further appealed to the Acting Auditor General of the Federation to ensure quick response to inquiries from the Commission, noting that the two organizations were working for a common purpose, which is to improve the well-being of Nigerians and Nigeria.
So we'll continue to help you to push and ask the government to ensure that you are very much well funded to carry out your mandate, because in discharging your mandate, it is going to make our work to be easier. But I have to also say here that your coming in together is very timely. I have to appreciate the need for you to come and see us, for us to work together to to ensure that we are all discharging our mandate towards having a better Nigeria.
The management of the Federal University Dues Itagawa State has appealed to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC to partner with it in developing and deepening the teaching and learning of cybersecurity in the institutions. This appeal was made in Abuja by the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Abdulkarim Sabo Mohammed, while on a courtesy visit to the Executive Chairman of the EFCC, Abdul Rashid Bawa, at the corporate headquarters of the Commission. Here are details of this report and other reports.
Mohammed commended the EFCC for its advancing pace in tackling internet-related crimes, but disclosed that his university is running courses in cybercrime and criminology in order to produce graduates that have knowledge in crime prevention and law enforcement issues. He said the school recognizes that cybercrime is one of the most potent crimes in Nigeria and have developed a rich curriculum to equip students of the university with requisite knowledge in that area. He stressed that a major challenge in this respect is getting the partnership and help of the EFCC in establishing and equipping a forensic laboratory for the training of the students.
What we have actually as academicians is to find some way to partner, to help in our own way, that this menace can be actually taken out of the society. So my university has specialized courses. One is actually cybersecurity rather, and then we have also criminology courses. These two courses that we run are under separate faculties. The first one, cybersecurity, is under Faculty of Computing, and then criminology is offered under the Sociology Department. So on our own part, actually, we do train graduates to actually come out as officers that have knowledge, or as graduates that have knowledge in crime prevention, and also in some cases maybe they also help with the law enforcement issues, especially when it comes to like crime prevention.
Responding, Bawa appreciated the efforts of the university in developing and running courses on cybersecurity. According to him, corruption is a bane to the development of Nigeria, and every effort being made by individuals and institutions to develop and strengthen the tackling of the menace should be encouraged. He, however, pointed out that since the EFCC is not a revenue-generating commission, there may be little support it could offer in meeting the need of a laboratory for the university, but could use the goodwill of the Commission to seek assistance for the institution.
So we're very happy that your university have championed this, and we are going to encourage you, of course. We are going to partner with you to see how you can improve on these courses and how you continue to sustain a very expensive venture of this type of courses where you need laboratories.
Ojo Chokutami Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
An operations manager of a leading commercial bank in Abuja Central area was arrested by operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) for refusing to load the automated teller machines (ATMs) of the bank, despite having 29 million naira of the redesigned naira notes in the branch's vaults. Before he was whisked away for further questioning, the operatives ordered the loading of all the ATMs and the payment of the stipulated amount across the counter, to the delight of the distraught customers who had spent hours on queues without getting the new notes.
Why are you having so much money in stock? Are you the compliance auditor at the council?
I am the compliance officer.
Okay, yes. I know you come to our office definitely.
Yes, of course.
So why do you have this big money?
Okay, a quick explanation.
How much is it first?
Let's establish how much it is, and then what our daily consumption is.
This discovery, which indicates a sabotage of the government's monetary policy by some banks, was made by the EFCC in continuation of the ongoing surveillance and visits to banks across the country to assess their votes and verify whether they were deliberately refusing to dispense the redesigned naira notes. More than 5 bank branches were covered by the operatives in Abuja during the exercise. Similar exercises are going on in zonal commands across the country. The operation will continue until normalcy is restored to the banking system. Nigerians finding it difficult to access their funds at any bank and suspect foul play should contact the Commission for immediate intervention.
Even the 20,000 directed by the CBN, they are not paying. We need it.
How much do they give you when you try to
10,000, other people 1,000.
I am Golden Onwura, reporting for the Eagle.
Next on the program is Conviction Update with Abbas Abubakar Umar. Over to you, Abbas.
According to the Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Abdurrashid Bawa, and I quote, "Corruption has no borders. As a national and transnational crime, it affects all countries who must also strengthen their collaboration and counter its negative effects, such as weakening of state institutions and governance, deepening poverty, undermining the economy, peace and sustainable development." End of quote. This is to say that corruption does not only affect Nigeria as a country, but other countries. It weakens state institutions and governance, deepens poverty and undermines economy, peace and sustainable development. To sustain the fight against corruption and other forms of economic and financial crimes, the EFCC continues to record success in its convictions. In this week's convictions report, that is for the week of January 30th to February 3rd, 2023, the EFCC recorded 20 convictions. A breakdown has the Ibadan command of the commission securing 6 convictions, making it the command with the highest convictions in the 5th week. This is followed by Kano and Port Harcourt commands with 4 convictions each. The Lagos command got 2, while the Abuja, Benin, Sokoto and Uyo commands got 1 conviction each. This brings the total convictions for the week under review, that is between January 30th to February 3rd, 2023 to 20. We must all work together to save this country against the menace of corruption and all forms of economic and financial crimes. Always do the right thing. Say something when you see something. Do not give or take bribe. And remember, integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. Back to you, Aisha.
A money mule, as earlier stated, is someone who transfers or moves illegally acquired money on behalf of someone else. Criminals recruit money mules to help launder proceeds derived from online scams and fraud or crimes like human trafficking and drug trafficking. Money mules add layers of distance between crime victims and criminals, which makes it harder for law enforcement to accurately trace the money trails. Money mules can move funds in various ways, including through bank accounts, cashier checks, virtual currencies, prepaid debit cards, or money service businesses. Today on the interview segment, we shall be looking at cash mule, gains or pains. Over to you, Ojo Chokutami.
You can't imagine the extent to which criminals can go to cover their tracks, especially when it comes to moving money from one point to another. And one of such means is the use of cash mules. So let's discuss cash mules on this segment of the program. And I'm here with Assistant Commander of the EFCC, ACE Omolara Aminat Ajani. She is the second in command, Land and Property Fraud Section, Headquarters, EFCC. ACE Omolara Ajani, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you very much.
Cash mules, money mules, speaker, squarer, call it any name you want. I know that a lot of people have given this particular scheme and the person a name. What exactly does this concept mean? I'm talking about cash mules, money mules, or whatever it is people call it. What exactly does it mean?
Cash mule can be defined as an individual who are being recruited by criminals to assist, to help them launder illicit, illegitimate funds, be it money laundering or other financial crimes. They are just like an intermediary to the financial institution and the criminal enterprise. So a money mule is being recruited by criminal entity to help in concealing the illegitimate fund.
So what do they do there? What exactly does the money mule do for them?
Well,
as an intermediary?
Yeah, as an intermediary, they always request for personal information, personal details, so as to serve as engine in carrying out these funds being gotten illegitimately. They can ask for your personal information, they can ask for your bank details, they can ask for your personal identification number, and then they transfer the money into your account for a swift payment to another entity.
I'm just wondering, AC Ajani, why do criminals really need these cash mules to perpetrate their, or should I say finalize their transactions?
So when they serve as an intermediary between the financial, because sometimes the criminal too have that mind of how will be caught. So they use this cash mule, go to the bank, take out the money, then you retain some percentage as your fee. This will help them to disguise for a little time because the law will still catch up on them.
Let's talk about the warning signs. I'm talking about the red alert. So I don't fall victim. What are the signs I have to look out for so that whenever someone approaches me or when I see a message purporting to be from someone that I know or do not know, I'll be on the watch out? Oh.
Yeah, in Nigeria, there are a lot of warning signs you should look out for. Number one should be unsolicited job offer. You see people sending emails to you that you can do this, you can do that. Provide us with your information. They use that as an avenue to recruit money mule. They use students a lot. They use our youths, a lot of them, because of, in quotes, quick money. This is why we are here. The EFCC have arrested a lot of people who are being involved in this cash muling scheme. That is why we are saying, do not fall a victim. Do not release your personal information to anybody. If it's too good to be true, you have to look at it properly. Unsolicited job offer, these are warning signs. If the job is legitimate, nobody will ask for your personal identification number, nobody will ask for your bank details. And then immigrants are being used to they recruit them as money mule too. You just get to a country, they'll tell you, oh, you are jobless, we have an avenue for you. Can you help us move this money into your account, your personal account, then move it to another person's account, while you retain some percentage. These are all warning signs in which we should look out for.
What are the consequences?
There are a lot of consequences that comes after being used as a money mule. The one of it is criminal charges, because the EFCC have arrested a lot of individuals who are involved in this cash muling scheme. And we are saying that anybody being caught or being used as money mule shall be prosecuted by the EFCC. So we are urging the public to stay away, not being used as money mules.
What are the penalties money mules have to face?
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested, and we are continuing to arrest people that are involved in this cash mule scheme. And there are a lot of consequences. There are a lot of pains. There are no gains.
Just pains.
Just pains, because we will get you. There are a lot of ways we have the power to trace all people being used as money mules. Now, what are the consequences? You may be unable to get a job in the future because we will have your record after being prosecuted.
Okay.
We will have
After being prosecuted.
We will have your record in our database that this person has been prosecuted being a money mule. So you have jeopardized your future by using yourself as a money mule in your youth age. You cannot have access to any other financial services in the future because no financial institution wants a cash mule as their customers. So what we are saying is nobody should be used as money mule. Please desist from being used as being a money mule.
What does the law of the Nigerian state really say about money mules? What is the penalty the law metes out to them?
Well, ignorance is not an excuse in law. If you don't know anybody and the person just call you out of the blues asking for your bank details and you see an alert, you refuse to report to appropriate authorities, you will surely go in for it because you have assisted in perpetrating that fraud.
What do I do to protect myself so I do not fall victim, so I do not have to go through any of these consequences you just talked about? You talked about conviction, you talked about not being able to get a job in the country, you also talked about not being able to access your financial opportunities or services and all that. So what exactly should I do?
Okay, there are ways you can protect yourself from being used as a money mule. Be at alert and report any suspicious transaction, any suspicious activities going on in your personal bank account. Report to the EFCC. So we are saying if you are being used as a money mule, you will be charged accordingly like the remaining criminals. So do not release your bank details, protect yourself, report to the appropriate authority, which is the EFCC. Go to our website, info@efcc.gov.ng. We are there 24 hours. You can quickly send an email reporting any activities you see that are very suspicious. Go to your bank, report to them.
What is the Commission doing to fight money mule scheme in the system?
Well, as we said, we are creating awareness. We are sensitizing the public through our social media, through our enlightenment program, that you should not be used. Some people call it a picker, for you to understand what we're saying, because a money mule can serve as a picker, as somebody that knows that this money being sent to my account is illegitimate. I'm just assisting them to take it to wherever they're taking it to. If you raise an alarm, you are helping us to stop all these financial problems.
Okay, what else is the FCC doing to help in the fight?
Then we have our magazines that we use in showing those that have been arrested. We have records, so we want people not to be in that record.
What about prosecution? Does it have anything to do with?
Yes, a cash mule will surely be prosecuted and be fined. And in many situations, you will not be able to access your own personal money if you allow anybody to use you as a money mule. That means the money in your account before the criminal asks you to move, we can take over everything through a court order. You can not have access to any of your funds in that account anymore. So I will indulge everybody to stay at alert and never being used as a money mule.
My name is Ojo Chokutami Eche. Back to Aisha in the studio for the rest of the program.
Well, you've all heard what our guest Omolara Aminat Ajani said, "Don't be used as a cash mule, as the law will always catch up with you and your position can be taken away from you by the law. The money in your account can be assessed or used by you if you are used as a cash mule." And that's it on today's Eagle. You can send an email to info@efcc.gov.ng and speak to our officers on 0809-3322-644 and follow us on all our social media platforms at official EFCC for all matters relating to economic and financial crimes. Use the EFCC mobile app, the Eagle Eye, to report any fraud you see happening around you. You download the app, you follow the steps and report fraud on the go. And you can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. I am Aisha Muhammad, leaving you with this parting words that says, the most important office which all of us can and should fill is that of private citizen. Let's participate in building and rebuilding of our great country, Nigeria. Play your part as a patriotic citizen. See something, say something, and be rest assured the EFCC will do something about it. Goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Please do stay safe, be kind to yourself and to others, and do enjoy the rest of the week.